Hey everyone, hope you're doing great as always, and today it's a different kind of video. I did an Olympic predictions for Taekwondo video, um, well, before the Taekwondo Olympics, but today it's going to be different from that, and as pretty much everyone knows, or should know, especially down here in the South, you should know. It should be like mandatory for you to know that tomorrow starts college football season, the official start. Now last night, South Carolina and Vanderbilt played, and I watched that game. I really pulled for Vanderbilt because I do not like South Carolina. I don't like anyone else when they're playing my favorite team, which we play South Carolina on October 6th. And if you don't know who that is, it is the Georgia Bulldogs. So, see guys, I have on a Georgia shirt today, and on the back, it's just like, it's really cool. It's got Coach Rick, it has UGA on it, and it has some of the like football players and helmets and things. It's really cool. I got it at a place called Sports Stop in Chattanooga back, I think, in May. So get into it and talk about football. Last year was, well, okay, from the start of last season, the 2011 season, when we played Boise State and lost by 2 touchdowns, I was like, oh, this is going to be a terrible season again. And then played South Carolina, and it was looking better. Thought we were going to win until the last part of it, where Georgia lost by 1 field goal. So it was 45-42. And then we went on a 10-game win streak. We beat Tennessee, which is really important to me. They're like on mine. I have 4 teams that I really do not like whatsoever, and it's Tennessee, Georgia Tech, LSU, and Michigan State. I don't like any of them. I wish they would get beat every game they play, but we all know that's not going to happen. And like I said, we beat Tennessee, we beat Auburn. I was like shocked by that because, you know, Auburn then was coming in the BCS champion, and so we're expecting them to be a good team. And when we beat them, like, Georgia scored a touchdown first, then Auburn scored one, so it was tied at 7-7. And Auburn never scored again. Georgia went 45-7, and guys, I have to tell you that I was so proud that day. And we beat Florida, which is a great accomplishment. Haven't beat them in a while, and just barely made it and beat them 24-20. Like, I'm talking the last half of the game for Georgia was business. Because I thought we were going to lose and look like a bunch of idiots, but we didn't. And needless to say, we beat our biggest rivals. We beat Georgia Tech as well. I think like 31-17 was the final score on that. But so we lost the first 2 games, went on a 10-game win streak, and then lost the SEC championship and the Outback Bowl. And guys, let me tell you, I think the offensive coordinator for Georgia, Mike Dodo, as I call him, I cannot stand the guy because he made the stupidest calls ever, like telling Aaron Murray to take a knee. No. And it really cost them. Like, whenever we played LSU, we got beat 42-10. Now, at the halftime mark, Georgia was leading LSU 10-0, and after, in the third and fourth quarter, is when the big dummy offensive coordinator started making the dumb calls. So, cost us that game, which, going into it, we knew LSU was a remarkable team. They really rose up during the season. But it's hilarious that Alabama shut them out in the BCS championship, and that's another reason that I love Alabama, too. They're my second favorite team, but Georgia and Alabama, if they have to play, forget it, Alabama. I'm not supporting you whatsoever. I'm supporting Georgia. And then the Outback Bowl, a lot of other stupid calls were made. Went into like 4 overtimes, I think, and lost 33-30. And that made me a lot more mad than the SEC championship did. Now, getting into this season, the 2012 season, I think we are looking amazing. We are coming in as the number 6 ranked team in the nation, a top contender for the BCS championship, which I'm so proud of. And I'm excited to see how the games play out. We don't have too tough of a schedule. I think as our actual season schedule is, I think our toughest game will be October 6th against South Carolina. South Carolina's ranked number 9. South Carolina's good, but I hate them. Sorry. Maybe I should add them to my number 5. Like, hate list. But anyway, I shouldn't have used the word hate. I strongly dislike them. So that's my list. And I forgot what I was talking about. And tomorrow's game against Buffalo, not concerned about it. We talking to people. It's probably going to be like playing a high school team, and I may be totally wrong on that. Then, as most people know, most SEC fans definitely, if you don't know, where have you been? Have you had your head in the hole the last 8 months? But the SEC is getting 2 new teams, 1 new team to SEC West, and then 1 new team to SEC East. The new teams are Texas A&M to SEC West and Missouri to SEC East. And our first conference game is against Missouri on September 8th. Honestly, I've never really heard a lot about Missouri, but it does sound like they're going to put up a pretty good competition against Georgia. Now, if Georgia can stay, kind of calm without big heads, definitely. Big heads is what gets to people and what costs them like major football games. So, if Georgia does that, then their season is down the toilet. But for me, the games that I want Georgia to win whatsoever are against Tennessee, definitely, Georgia Tech, Florida, and Auburn. If they win those 4 games, I'll be happy, and I want them to beat South Carolina too, definitely. Guys, I can't focus. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But, anyway, I really would like to see Georgia win SEC East again, and I think they can do that. Where they're coming in, they definitely have great potential to win the SEC East and play against, most likely, Alabama. I think Alabama's going to beat LSU. I hope they do. Um, but whoever Georgia would play, it'd be one of those two. And yes, I am scared. But I do know that if Georgia has a good season, that these boys are going to fight to win. So, one last thing, so I want to talk about my favorite Georgia football player. Well, last year my favorite player was Isaiah Crowell. He played number 1. That was his team number. He played running back, and he was a freshman last year, and he was one of the single best running backs I've ever seen. And we were expecting a great year with him on the team, recovering from an injury that he got playing. I think they were playing Kentucky when he got the injury, and he got hurt again. And by Tyrann Mathieu, number 7 on LSU, which, if I'm correct, he got kicked off the team too, off LSU, which Isaiah Crowell got kicked off Georgia. But Georgia did get a lot of great players in the draft this year, so I'm looking forward to that too. But nevertheless, my favorite player right now for UGA is number 11, Aaron Murray, the quarterback. Aaron Murray is an awesome quarterback. Like, a lot of girls just like him because they think he's cute. But if you're going to be my favorite player in football, you better play good. I don't care if you're cute or whatever, just as long as you can play football. So guys, that pretty much wraps up my video, and I will come back periodically and film these videos about football again. I'll definitely try to film one around September 29th, and I made it because that's when we play Tennessee, and around October 6th too. I can do those kind of together because they're weekend after weekend, or they're back to back. I don't know if I'll get to see the South Carolina game on October 6th because I'll probably see part of it, but I'm going to be at Dollywood at the National Southern Gospel and Harvest Celebration. So I'm really excited about that, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Have a great day, and God bless as always.